What is up, everyone? Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to Adobe Live. My name is VooDoo Val, and I'm going to be your host slash artist for this new installment of the Design Off. And I'm joined by my buddy, Tyler Pate. How are you, Tyler?
Hello, hello. I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
I'm excited that you are here too. We've been having like a ball off camera, hoping to transition some of that energy to the stream. It's already been super awesome. I want to do a quick shout out to Paul Tranny, who was just on before us doing the draw along. That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Paul, for that stream. It's always super cool seeing you on Adobe Live. Sam is in chat, Malik, Paloma, Chad, Colby, Cornell. It's good to see all of you folks in the chat. I see some new faces. I see some regulars coming in. Reverb Mike, good to see you. Steve Festus Casaboom, the man with the name. It's good to see you, man. So real quick, I'm going to kind of do like an intro of the show just in case there's any folks in chat that don't know what the Design Off is. Basically, every week I have a super cool designer with me, and we either play an art game or we design according to an art prompt. Today our prompt is we're going to be bringing back Magic Hat, which is actually probably my favorite game that we've ever played here. I have got a Shadow Trooper helmet here full of some magic words, and I'm gonna draw 5 words for me, 5 words for Tyler, and we are going to take those words and use a minimum of 3 to try and create something and just kind of design off the cuff and see what we get, what we come up with, and it should be fun. All of you folks in the chat are welcome to join us, to create with us, to use a collection of any of the words that we draw and try to make your own. I don't even know what it's going to be. We've got some wild things in this magic hat. You could be making some kind of weird Frankenstein thing. You could be designing a sick vehicle, or drawing some noodles. I don't know. It really, you'll see what I mean. But before we jump into that, Tyler, why don't you kind of do like an intro of yourself, let everybody know who you are, what you're about, and what you love to create.
For sure. My name's Tyler Pate. I am a designer and illustrator from South Carolina, and I am the creative force behind the Creative Pain, which is a little brand that I have to create, different sorts of tutorials and how-to videos and just inspiration for other creatives to kind of grow from and kind of enjoy the creative process.
Awesome. I actually really love the Creative Pain. Ever since
Thank you.
because you folks may recognize Tyler because he was on as a guest a while back, and I had the pleasure of hosting him. And we got to take a look at the Creative Pain, which you guys should check out too. thecreativepain.com, correct?
That's right.
It's super awesome. A lot of really awesome resources and tools there, and the website is just the coolest website I've ever seen in my life. So check it out, guys. Show him some love, and without further ado, I'm gonna jump over to our dual cam here, and we're gonna start choosing some words. Are you ready?
I'm nervous, but I'm ready.
All right. So I'm digging in the helmet here. And I am just going to start pulling out. I'm going to give you your 5 words
Okay.
off the bat first. So your first word is witches.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay.
witches and mixtape.
Okay.
Some sick beats. Some magical beats.
Magical beats.
Yeah, you got oh my god, you got putt. You got
Oh man.
we just talked about this.
I was debating whether or not pulling that one.
Putt, he added putt to the list, and he meant golf. I assumed he was talking about Putt Saves the Zoo, this really cool game that I used to play when I was 6. So I decided if I got that, we were going to be drawing some cars with faces on them. But alas, you
Yeah.
survived that monstrosity. The next one is bottle caps. You got bottle
Okay.
caps. And you got lightsabers.
Oh, yes.
No.
There we go.
No,
There's
I
a
wanted
good
it.
one.
I wanted it so bad. Okay, recap. You have lightsaber.
Uh-huh.
You have bottle caps. You have putt, you have mixtape, and you have witches. So
Yep.
I don't know if you want to write them down or if you want to. I usually write them down like on my document on a layer just so
Okay.
that I can
Okay.
return to it. So
Awesome.
let me know if you need to repeat them again.
I got them right here. I'll go ahead and add them to my document.
Perfect. And then so mine are gonna be, let's see, concert poster. So I'm in my head I'm thinking like band poster, like a Metallica tour poster. Okay, sick. We've got yes, oh, we got binary sunset.
Ah, yes.
If you don't know what binary sunset is, it is the double sunset from Tatooine that Luke looks at longingly and whines to himself because that is what he does best. Next, I got video games. All right. I'm sorry.
Man, I'm about to learn my lesson here.
I've got werewolf. Werewolf is a good one. And I've got, let's see, dinosaurs. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna doodle mine down real quick.
Okay.
We make a new layer. Grab my brush here, and I'm gonna throw these up onto the stream. So let's see, dinosaur. We got
All right,
werewolf. We got video games. I don't know if there's any Adventure Time fans in the chat, but every time I hear the phrase video games now, I just hear it in BMO's voice, and it's low-key terrifying. Video games, binary sunset, and concert poster. So clearly I'm doing a concept poster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm trying to think of the other combination of these that I can use. So we each have 5 words. We have to each use at least 3 of the words drawn for us. And you can use more, though. If you decide you want to use like all 5, you really can. But you only have to use 3 just in case you got like some weird ones. Just in case you got lightsaber, witches, bottle caps, and mixtape, and then you have golf too.
Like all the ones I have. All right.
Chad Rolfs has got it. Who wants to play video games? Exactly like that.
Nice.
So thank you, Ernesto. Ernesto is like in the chat, just like owning it and informing everyone on this game. Chad is screaming about double rainbows and what does it mean. He's having a great time. All right, so I'm gonna rotate my canvas because this is gonna be a poster now. I'm gonna kick off our conversation with Tyler doesn't know what a chicken fried steak is. That's
yeah. I'm lost about that. I've never even heard that combination of words.
I guess it's kind of a weird phrase, like now that I think about it, because chicken fried steak, like, is it chicken fried like a steak or is it steak fried like a chicken? You don't know.
I don't know. It's chicken before the egg kind of thing.
Yeah, it takes a clever mind to decipher this one. It takes a lot.
Well, I have more questions about it. So what would you have? Was that something you would have with rice? I feel like rice would go with that.
No! What?
No?
Rice?
Am I completely lost?
What? Rice and chicken fried steak. I am at a loss. Okay, so chicken fried steak, it's a breakfast or a dinner, or if you're me, it's a breakfast for every meal. And like for breakfast, it's a steak, like it's a tender steak that is like seared, and then it's breaded and deep fried like fried chicken, and it's like smothered in like thick breakfast gravy, and you have it with like eggs and bacon and sausage. And then for dinner, it's the same thing with the gravy and stuff, except you have it also with like mashed potatoes and then like grilled or like stir-fried vegetables is how you would do that. Rice doesn't
I,
touch it, Tyler.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like foreign to me right now. I'm not quite sure.
I don't think I've ever met someone who did not know what a chicken fried steak is, and so this is really interesting to me. This has been a really interesting thing. Um, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line up like kind of what I said at first, like what a Metallica concert poster would look like to me, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna do like literally scribbles and stuff that makes no sense, and then I'm gonna start making it make sense, hopefully. Um,
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I'm just gonna like just see what flows out of me right now. I'm just gonna sketch.
all right.
Uh, I may just scratch this in like 5 minutes. I don't know.
Honestly, I urge you to do it because one of the things, which I've said before, so some folks have heard me say this, as often as possible, if I'm on one of these design offs and I decide, wow, this is garbage, this is not good, I always
Mm-hmm.
scrap it and say, sorry, I'm scrapping it because I feel like more people need to see that that happens even on a broadcast. You know, that's just
Uh-huh.
that's the creative process. So if you start doing something and you're like, I'm not feeling it, then you're not feeling it. Valdare is in the chat. Liz is talking about Stevie Nicks, and I love it. Stevie Nicks could count as the witch. I think that that's I think that that's totally valid and accurate. Because I feel like Stevie Nicks is like the most powerful supreme witch of our time.
Mm.
Um, and she was in American Horror Story, so like, you know, what are you gonna do? I mean, I guess she was also in Fleetwood Mac. But no, I'm saying. Okay, I've got like a weird Rorschach kind of thing going, and I'm gonna do some weird lines that are gonna signify. So what do people put on like concert posters? Like they put like the set list and then like all the dates. Is that typically?
Yeah, that's what it's usually the bands that's gonna be there, the headliner, sub-headliner, then the date, the venue. Sometimes sponsors are on there.
Oh, okay,
Probably
okay.
have you could probably have some fun with that.
All right. So this is gonna be whatever concert, and it's gonna be, let's see, sponsored by Adobe Sensei because you
Mhm.
know. I'm gonna need like a list of set names from the chat, like, you know, like songs and stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe people don't put like the list of the songs on there. Maybe they just put
Nah, it's usually just the bands. That's what I've seen.
just the bands. I was thinking of like,
I
I
don't know
guess
what I'm
like,
doing.
yeah, so that would be like like a
Mm.
concert poster. I'm thinking of like tour, like a tour poster in
Mm.
my head, which would just have dates. So okay, so we're gonna make up some bands and stuff, but there has to be. I have to design like a main band. Also, I'm digging this tape that you got going
Hmm.
on right now.
I'm I'm just racking my head. I was like, how can I bridge all this together? It's like, is it a scene? Do I think of like, maybe all of these are just arranged objects, and I could just make up some brands for like bottle caps and then the mixtape. And there's like maybe a witch around there. I don't know. I'm just struggling.
Well, it could be. I mean, I
Hmm.
think the last time, if Chad, if you guys remember right, I think the last time Blake Stevenson, super cool guy, came to hang out with me, and he just did like a strange collage of
Mm.
everything, and he just
Mm-hmm.
like kind of made all of the like a bunch of items based on what he drew, and then they were all kind of styled the same, which was
Mm-hmm.
it was awesome. So you really can go whatever way you want. Ernesto's saying Chewbacca trying to sell his mixtape at a Halloween party with people dressed like Fallout characters. That's a
Okay,
detailed.
that's a lot there.
We've got
Well,
2 hours. We got.
there, there's there is something there though. It could be like a Halloween party or something, right?
Yeah, yeah,
There's
definitely.
something there.
That
It's
would
like,
that would be the reason for there being like a collection of strange
mm-hmm.
items on a table somewhere. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know about you, but every time I have a Halloween party, or my criteria of like judgment for attending a Halloween party
Mm-hmm.
is if no one's
Yeah.
playing a cheesy tape of Monster Mash, I don't go.
uh,
So,
and we're getting close to October, I feel like.
oh yeah, we're getting very close to
So
October. It's getting spoopy in here. It's getting very spoopy in here. Okay,
let's
what are
see.
we gonna? So I got my concert poster. I gotta do something with Binary Sunset. That could be like the name of the band,
Ooh, that sounds about right.
because that would be cool. That would be super cool. And then I could do like the two sons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, make it like really emotional. Like if you look at this poster, you can like smell Luke Skywalker's tears as he's just like, but I wanted to go hang out with my friends this summer, not next summer.
You're not my real dad.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hang out with my new friend Ben in the desert, in the sand.
You don't get me.
Light sticks and stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to go to Yoda's house.
Yoda
He smells funny. Yeah, that's exactly it.
We are mind twinning right now. This is good. This is great. This is the
Well, if
kind
you
of
think
banter
about it.
I was hoping for this show.
Well,
This is,
I feel like Luke Skywalker would totally be one of those kids if it was a little more based on reality. He'd be like, man,
Yeah.
you don't understand me.
he would be, Luke Skywalker would be just a nicer version of that kid that's like really mad about Sonic. He'd be like, you don't understand the consequences of your actions.
That little meme kid, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Be
no.
just really, really upset about,
He's
I
got
don't know,
glasses and
like,
everything else.
lightsabers, moisture
Yeah.
farms. I don't know. Not like there was a lot of soap in the swamps. There you go, Corey. I bet Yoda did smell funny. I think he did. He looked like he smelled a little off.
Yeah. Yoda's one of those reminiscing, perhaps a hippie. I'm not sure. He's
yeah.
a jam band type of guy.
Yeah, he definitely is. He seems like the kind of dude that like, if you met him like outside of the films, this is assuming yes that he's a real man. If you met him outside of the films, like maybe at like a kickback, some sort of party, he would want to play guitar badly for you to get your take on his new jam. Like he'd be like, "Oh man, what are you doing right now? I've got this weird stick and spiderweb banjo I made.
Oh man!
Out of stuff I found in the tree trunk I live in.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear what you think about this new jam."
You know what this reminds me of? Did you ever watch the meme? It was seagulls with Yoda.
No.
Oh man, the parodies where they dub the voice.
Oh yes. Oh okay. Like songs that make you go.
Oh yes.
Yes, I do.
I love that skit so much. It's like my kind of humor. He's like, "Don't fall asleep."
Yeah.
Fall asleep. And I'm just like, wow, that was what a turn for that. But
That's
I'm
not
a
what
little
I thought
scared.
I was here for. Yeah. Now everyone's gonna be like, "Why is this happening? Why is this?"
Dude, that song gets stuck in my head, sadly.
It's a really good song. It's one of the
jammed to
illest
it.
jams I have ever heard. All right, I'm trying to get like the title of this show in here. For whatever reason, I have like an 800 point spacing between all of my letters, and I don't know why.
All right, so here's something that might sound ridiculous, but
go for it.
How close is a wizard to a witch? What's the big difference here?
I think it depends on what kind of fiction you're reading, to be perfectly honest, because I've read stories where like everyone that uses magic is called a witch, or everyone is called a wizard. I've read stories where it was like sort of gender specific, where they're like witches and wizards, and then I've also read some where being a witch or being a wizard depended on how powerful you are. So there's witches, but then when you get super, super strong with magic, you're now a wizard. So I think that... Also, I think the wizard that you just drew is like the most adorable wizard ever. So I'm with you if you want to keep it like that.
I was wondering. I was like, well, I don't know. I just love drawing little beards because I mean it's Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time,
Yes.
and the
Somebody
Ice
just
King.
said Ice King. Yeah.
Yeah, he is the champ. He is the champ.
He's
and
awesome.
I don't know. I'm feeling some Ice King vibes with this little guy.
All right. I'll allow it. I'll
All right.
accepted.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if I can be fancy. You ever go into a design, and you like kind of you know what you want to do with that design in your head, but then like after you start designing it, you're like, am I capable of making this thing that I'm trying to convey right now?
You want to know what's we talked about the creative pain, and I'm not trying to plug.
No, go please.
It is totally a part of the process for me where I will feel like I have gotten myself into a situation halfway through a design, and I'm second guessing, and I'm like, oh man,
what have I done?
It's like I get knots in my stomach. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. I don't have enough time. Oh man, and then it's almost like I just kind of black out and then come to, and it's like, oh well, okay.
Just go
I
into
can get
like a
this.
weird like fever dream, and then like that guy in Heroes that just like his eyes go white and he starts painting the future, and he wakes up and he's like, what have I done? Ah!
Yeah.
Reverb Mike wants to know, where's Gunter?
Oh, well,
Gunter.
should I draw a little Gunter?
Yeah, yeah, you probably should.
Maybe he's putt-putting. I don't know.
He could be. Just like, oh my gosh, just him standing in the background, just playing mini golf, just for for no reason.
Yes. Let me see if I could draw Gunter by memory. I know he's a simple little penguin, but I
think he's like the shape of a thimble with large eyes and a small beak.
Uh-huh.
I think that's basically
like a little tombstone.
Yeah.
His little eyes are like that. I think that's like all it is.
All right. I'm trying to figure out. I think I might actually, honestly, be going like a graphic design route with this, and like not a painting, like not a big painting.
Really?
Yeah, because I really like the whole like making a legitimate like poster for an event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's got like so many awesome, I guess, so many awesome components that I've drawn to like be able to put in this. I might just do like kind of a 80s retro wave kind of thing for like the main headliner's a band called Binary Sunset. I'm gonna put like the sunset, like the suns back there, and do like Adobe Presents, and then just make up some wild information. I might just like have the chat like come in and be like, all right, you're gonna make up the names of the other bands that are opening and all that good stuff. So if you guys want to get crazy with the ideas, go for it. Let's see.
You know, it kind of gets me thinking. So, just throwing out conversation. What music would Luke Skywalker listen to, you think?
I like to imagine that he would listen to something like kind of 80s, you know, like I see him being like kind of an 80s kid, but I could also see him like just like sitting on that rock looking at the sunset listening to Johnny Cash. You know? Like that could be him too, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think? I mean, I know, like, we could go through, like, multiple Star Wars characters, too, because I'm sure we all know Kylo Ren listens to Evanescence. Like, that's... wake me up inside! Like, that's
man.
Definitely is that flavor of gentleman.
I don't know why, and I was never a huge fan, but I feel like... I'm sorry for anyone who likes Good Charlotte, but, like...
Oh, whoa. Oh no!
No! Did I offend?
Loved Good Charlotte. I didn't know what any of those songs were about when I was in like the 4th grade, but I used to listen to it all the time. I was like, yeah, I don't know what this is, but this is a mood right now.
I don't know these feelings, but
But I'm feeling
I'm
them.
feeling it.
I'm
Yeah.
into this.
This is my flavor right now.
Yeah, me and my little Naruto headband, my striped fingerless gloves, listening to
Oh,
Good
nice.
Charlotte and My Chemical Romance. It's good. It's good stuff.
My Chemical Romance. I used to definitely get into that one.
Reverb Mike says Luke listens to LL Cool J. That's a
Oh.
painful like visual image. To just him just bopping to to LL. Also, let's see. I believe I skipped a question here, and I saw it asking if we are using Wacom tablets. I am using a Wacom. I was using a Wacom Cintiq 13 HD. I am now using the Wacom Cintiq 16
Nice.
HD. So,
Nice.
what about you,
Yeah.
man?
I am too using a Wacom. It's the 27-inch Cintiq HD.
Nice, the
Um,
big boy. I'm
yeah.
jealous.
Oh man,
That's why all
it's
your icons look super, super small. Because they are really, really small.
yeah. I never even thought about that. Yeah, it probably looks pretty bad in the stream, but it's like huge for me.
It's like it's a pretty magnificent workspace.
Yeah.
Also, we got Panda Wilson in the chat. Welcome in, Panda. It's good to see you. Sam Peterson, our moderator, has demanded. He says, "Tyler, please proceed with your thoughts on Good Charlotte." I
Oh
think
no.
I don't know if he's like vibing with you right now, or if he's just like
Uh-oh.
sitting there seething in his seat,
Yeah. I feel like
wondering.
it's a trap.
Yeah, it could
Going with
be.
the Star Wars, it's a trap.
Yeah. Cannot handle memes of this magnitude.
I
Okay.
have a funny story about that. It's like about a year ago, I went to Japan with
Ooh.
my cousin, and it was like super late, but we were trying to get into a karaoke bar, and neither my cousin and I sing our karaoke at all. It was just like way too shy to do something like that. But we were on to it. It's like we're in a different country. We gotta do this.
This
And
is happening.
we find this one place, and it's like a very much a hole in the wall type bar. And we go in there, and there's three people in there, and the bartender, and there's this older guy. This guy was probably in his 60s singing Good Charlotte on karaoke.
Wait,
And I'm
what?
I, I'm not making this up. And the funniest thing ever was, I mean, everyone there, are Japanese and only speak Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
but he could only speak English
To
in Good
sing Good
Charlotte.
Charlotte. He could only
Yes.
speak in Good Charlotte. That is
Yes.
insane and
It
actually like
was
really cool.
yeah,
Like he
I was
loves Good Charlotte. He's
he
not
did, and
playing around.
I was like, wow, like this this is what was going on here. I just was blown.
Serious. Wow. Okay. All right.
So, yeah, that's what I think whenever I think of Good Charlotte.
Okay. All right. That's like a really specific, serious,
Mm-hmm.
and unique memory to have about Good Charlotte, and I'm here for it. Um, band name The Sith Lords. You got it. That's going on the list.
Ooh.
Let me just. I'm just gonna put the Sith
Death metal.
Lords. Yes. And I'm gonna start adding. I'm gonna leave. I've got like some metal texture. Like I've used like bevel and emboss to make it all shiny and stuff. I've been doing that a lot lately. It's kind of one of my new favorite things to do.
Nice.
So I'm leaving it like that. I'm gonna start pulling in like I'm gonna like do a little composite of like textures to make a background. Kind of give it like some I don't know, like the old like record covers that people do, and it has like scratches on the covers and stuff like that.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try and go that route and give it some scratchy
Some
texture.
grit. That's my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I love adding those types of textures.
That's right. You do it very well. You have like
Thank you.
a kind of a flair for making things look like grungy and amazing.
Those details. You
Yes.
definitely have some fun.
I'm gonna grab a
All
couple
right,
of
so
these.
I have Putt Putt. I have my version of a witch. I have a mixtape. None of this has any sense to me, but there's a magical uh, spell happening here.
there is there is something going on here. There is something going on here. But you know what? I honestly was not sure how you were gonna combine these and make it like a legit, I don't know, like
Yeah.
a scene. I thought you were gonna like do like a almost like a still life of like really cool items, but this is like a whole mood. Like I would get this as like a little mini print. You
Yeah.
know?
This is outside of my go-to for sure. I might even try to play with a different style. I'm gonna make this in Illustrator though, so
Okay, all right.
lot to come. How are you looking? Let's see. Oh wow.
Yeah, I got
Dude,
like. Can you see the texture and stuff already? I don't
yeah.
know if it's got the delay. Yeah, so it
I
got
think
like
there's-
binary sunset, boom, and then it's
Yeah.
got like the sweep. It's actually a picture of a chalkboard that's been like wiped really poorly.
Yeah.
So it's got like that like smear on it.
Yeah.
And then I think I might actually make it more subtle, and then see if I can fit in like some galaxy stuff. And I got like kind of a trick to make like little starbursts and things like that I might put in there. And then I gotta do the sunset. We'll see how that goes.
Got it. I got an idea. You know what? I was looking at it. It's like I wonder how you could get like the two moons in that. Like almost make a logo
Yeah.
of binary sunset. Like maybe there's like the two negative spaces in the B could be two crossing circles or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. 'Cause I had just thought I would put like the circles, like the glowing circles, kind of like rising up from behind, like the
Yeah.
end of binary and sunset, since they're kind of staggered. But that would be really cool, just to like fill in that B and then cut out like the sunset from the hey, listen, this is a battle. This is a duel, sir. What are you doing, man? You're so nice.
Let's make it challenging if it's not already with these words I have.
All right. Paloma says I would love Tyler's as a mini print. I gotta hand it to him. I am into it as well. It looks like we've got, Paloma says, another band named Dreams of Alderaan, and I am.
Ooh.
So we could do Dreams of Alderaan, or we could do like Binary Sunset here with their like, their number one hit, Looking for Love in Alderaan Places. Because that is like my favorite cheesy joke when it comes to Star Wars. But we also did decide maybe we wouldn't put like song names. I think in my head I keep thinking to myself, even though I'm making a poster, I keep seeing those old commercials that used to come on in the 90s, and it would be like get like 90s grunge on this gigantic CD set that you'll never use in 5 years. And it's like just cycling through, and it's just like there's System of a Down and there's Disturbed, and it just plays little clips. It's like now with their one hit, single, and it's just like Hypnotized, just you know just going.
Now that's what I call rock and roll.
I used to listen to System of a Down all the time. Yeah, I do remember. I know what you're talking about though.
Oh, don't even get me started. I still listen to System of a Down.
I do too. I'm not gonna lie.
It gets me up. That, Rage Against the Machine, Nine Inch Nails, those are my go-tos for getting in that kind of mindset. It's like, oh.
I listen to Rage Against the Machine, obviously. I listen to System of a Down. I listen to Disturbed. I do listen to Nine Inch Nails. I listen to a little bit of Tool, a little bit of Tool. But I do like the that era of rock is like a kind of a favorite of mine.
Same. I always seem to go back. Well, speaking of Nine Inch Nails, like I'm a huge Trent Reznor fan, so pretty much anything he does, I'm just on it. So he does. Have you noticed like how he's been doing scores on movies?
Wait, no.
I don't know if you keep up with him like that. Well, that's the the lead singer from Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he does. So you remember the Social Network?
Yeah.
So he did the whole score for that. He did the whole score for Gone Girl.
Oh
There's
my
like quite a
gosh.
few other like really well-known ones, but I mean
Okay.
he's amazing. Like pure genius.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
Hmm.
Okay, that's actually cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. Of course, also I really love listening to like soundtracks.
Hmm.
I'm sure no one will be surprised to hear that I love the Star Wars soundtracks. It's a
Ooh.
great like it's like a font of inspiration. To
Hmm.
be perfectly honest, like when you like for designers, all you designers in chat, if you're ever
Hmm.
like looking for something to listen to while you're getting into like the groove of art. Sometimes listening to music with words in it really throws me off kilter, and so I
Mm.
love listening to soundtracks. I listen to the Star Wars soundtrack. That King Arthur movie that came out a while back, which I thought was a little underrated because I really enjoyed it. Had
Mm.
the guy from Sons of Anarchy in it, I think.
Okay.
That has an excellent soundtrack. And then that Matt Damon movie, The Great Wall, has a really awesome soundtrack too. And there's a song on the soundtrack called Powder Rangers. So like I had to have to give it its props. Hans Zimmerman, like Malik in chat says,
Oh man.
yes.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, we gotta have a John Williams headliner. I think John Williams needs to be on this list. Ernesto, I think you're right.
All right. So I think this is what I'm gonna bring to life in Vector.
All
It's a lot
right.
going on, but we'll see what we can do.
So Gunter is having a lightsaber battle in the background. That is happening.
With the putt putt
Yeah, with the put
golf
putts. Okay.
stick.
Okay. All right. So you got like two in one there, and I'm proud of you. I'm really I like it. I like this. So you kind of got you got everything. You got bottle caps. You got
Okay, I
wow.
think so.
Okay. All right. How many am I using? I didn't add dinosaurs to mine or werewolves. I got
Hmm.
Binary Sunset. I got concept posters. I got
What if the
video
band was
games because one of the
what?
band names is Mario and the Koopas.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's gotta go on there. And then I guess I could put dinosaur and werewolf themed names so that I can
Mm.
cheat a
Mm-hmm.
little bit and get like check all the boxes. Um,
It's also I think you could also do what if the band members were made up of creatures?
oh yeah, that'd be
You
cool. I
wanted
hadn't like really
small.
planned on like
Yeah.
putting I mean we could get let's see I could like do like a little bit of illustration then like tomorrow like if I get this whole like the
Mm-hmm.
whole poster set up I could like illustrate and put like in the corner you know
Yeah.
like some cool stuff like that.
I think you
um
could.
my go-to is lo-fi music to study to, it's so relaxing, says Ernesto. Yeah, that's a good one. So a little bit of lo-fi music. I actually also I don't know if you've tried this, Tyler, but I listened to these tracks that I found on Spotify. That is,
Okay.
they are the sounds of monsoon season. Like,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's like superstorms, like
Yeah.
rainstorms and stuff. And I will like listen to like heavy rain and thunder.
Uh-huh.
And it's usually while I'm not while I'm painting or anything, but like while I'm
Mm-hmm.
writing stories because I
Ooh.
cannot if I'm gonna listen to something while I work, it is usually music or
Uh-huh.
audiobooks. But if I'm
Yeah.
writing my own stories, I can't listen to anything with words in it because I just end up starting to like write down, type out what I'm listening to. So I have to have something
Oh,
with
yeah.
no audible words. Um, and that
Interesting.
works. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, I am going
Yeah.
to use my gradient tool. Sorry, go. I'm talking to
That's
myself.
no, yeah, I was trying to think of, kind of what I do. I go through phases for sure whenever I'm working, whether I'm listening to music or I definitely have music or just noise, I mean, in the
Mm-hmm.
background. I have to have something cuz I just start to go crazy if I'm just listening to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Know that
I have a
feel.
couple playlists that I kind of go through and sometimes a movie or a TV series. I mean, I'm not really, you know, comprehending much in the show or the movie, but it's just there, and I'll glance over here and there and see what's going on.
I kind of have to like if I'm gonna watch a show or something while I'm
Mm-hmm.
working, I have to be rewatching something.
Mm.
I can't put on something that I have never seen before. Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
there's no work that's getting done at all.
Yeah.
There's just no way that I can focus on it.
Mm-hmm.
I hear where you're coming from because sometimes like just having like a good show on in the background is
Mm-hmm.
actually really really awesome. And I think I've rewatched The Punisher on Netflix like
Mm.
probably 5 times,
Yeah.
or just rewatched the my favorite season of Daredevil. Um,
Okay.
and or I think I've binged The Walking Dead a bunch of times
Mm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to have something in the background that I like, but that is like not distracting me so much that
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm not doing it. Otherwise, I'll just sit there and watch Netflix, and then I'm just like, what was I doing again?
Yeah, I totally get that. I started something today. I don't know if it's probably up your alley. Doom Patrol. Have you heard of that?
No, but that sounds rad. That
It's
sounds
on
awesome.
it's on HBO Max. I thought it was like a
Ooh.
brand new show, but it looked like it said 2019's when it came out.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've only watched the first episode, but it's got Doom in it and like the big metalhead from the DC comics, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's interesting. Wasn't sure if you had any more information about it because I don't know what I think so far.
No, I haven't seen that one, but I'll add that to my list. I also heard there's a show out that's something called like Raised by Werewolves or something.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that one either, but I thought it was cool. Um, Lovecraft Country just came out. That one I
Mm.
have watched, and that one is a weird one for sure, but entertaining. But like
Yeah.
anything
Mm-hmm.
that's like weird, spooky, creepy, like
Mm-hmm.
strange, or comic booky, that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of my jam.
Yeah, I tried watching Lovecraft. I got through I think maybe 3 episodes, and I mean J.J. Abrams is a master, I think.
Oh yeah.
And to hear that lineup of I think it was him and was it uh what's the guy? Something Peele? Is it Jordan Peele? What's his
Oh
name?
oh yeah yeah yeah. From Key and Peele. Yeah
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think he's involved in the writing of it too. And I was just like, well, that's gotta be a smash of a show, but
Just
it's
not for
definitely
you.
weird. It was just hard to follow along. I mean, you watched a couple episodes, right?
Yeah, I'm up to date. I've watched. I think that just means I've watched one more episode than you have.
Okay.
It's. I will say I kind of know what you mean because it's got some interesting points for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got some parts of it where I'm just like, whoa, this is a lot. This is a lot happening. Um,
Yeah.
but there's enough in it that I just am curious to see what happens with that I'm kind
Mm-hmm.
of like,
That makes sense.
okay, I'll stick around.
Yeah.
But it is a very weird ride. it's
Yeah. I thought so.
it's a very strange show. But in a world where I am self-employed and have been working from home and out of shows to binge, I
Uh,
finish it. I finish it all. so
yeah, I don't blame you. That was one of those a good example, I guess, too, where I was kind of working and listening to it and watching it, and there's just too much going on to do that, and I'm just
hmm
like, all right, I've got to sit down and really focus on what's going on because it just got too weird. Every time I would look up, there's like something crazy going on.
and you're just
Not to
like,
spoil it.
where did it
Yeah,
come from? What is
yeah.
this? Yes, I know what you
I was
mean.
like this is definitely a sci-fi kind of thing. I don't know.
I was just like interested to see actually just from like the point of view of like because I had um, kind of read and listened to so many of the H.P. Lovecraft
Mm-hmm.
stories. I
Okay.
wanted to know like what they were doing, and it seems to be like I feel like I can say this without spoiling it for anybody. It seems to be like a medley of
Mm.
different things from like his different works. And then it's also kind of interesting just because I think like a lot of us are aware that a lot of things pertaining to Lovecraft were I'll say a bit controversial in quotes.
Mm.
But it's like a story about his mythos from the African American perspective, which is kind
Mm-hmm.
of a cool thing to do. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna see, because I want to see how many of these stories I can spot. Like, you know,
Yeah.
when something starts happening, do I know what this is from, and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So it's neat. But as you say, it's an interesting it's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Umbrella Academy, Ernesto's talking about, is also good. And Umbrella Academy, I think, isn't Umbrella Academy written by the lead singer of My Chemical Romance?
Whoa, I don't know that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
funny.
gonna look that up real quick, but I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Gerard Way, I believe is his name. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gerard Way wrote the comic books for Umbrella Academy. Um,
Huh.
and then apparently Gerard Butler. Oh, no, no, no. Gerard Way. Ernesto saying Gerard Way also
Mm-hmm.
wrote part of Doom Patrol.
Huh.
Cool.
Wow. That's kind of cool. I mean, imagine starting your career and only being known for, that band from the early 2000s, and then
Yeah.
you're so much more than that.
I'm actually, that's kind of inspiring, just because like I love writing stories, but
Mm-hmm.
my job is drawing pictures and designing
Mm-hmm.
things, and then
Yeah.
usually when I say like, yeah, I write scary stories, people are like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah. Can you draw something though?
Yeah. I get that.
You try to you branch out.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if
Yeah.
anybody in chat has like something like that too. Like you guys, I'm sure all of you guys are like interested in art and visually in some way. But does anybody in chat do something that they really have a passion for that has nothing to do with like the visual arts? They're like serious about, but it's like vastly different from what they usually do. Um, and the
Uh,
question is directed at you as well, Tyler. Like, you have any like secret talent that you hone that nobody
that's
knows about?
I don't know. I'm sure there's something, and I'm just kind of like glazing over it, and I couldn't think about it, but I do know that as a designer and illustrator, I tend to like to say that I'm a designer or a graphic designer over an illustrator, because it's like I like so much of the process of design
Hmm.
that I don't want to just have it be, illustrating and drawing. It's like, well, I like making this into an idea or a brand, or if there's a packaging design involved, it's like, oh, I want to be the one applying it to it.
Like to
So
breathe
it's
life
interesting.
into it.
Yeah, it's like see it all the way through, and where it could go, and even for websites are like that. So it's like interesting to think about it.
That's
But
awesome,
yeah,
actually.
I'm I'm pretty much creative world. I mean, I've dabbled in other hobbies, but they're still like somewhat creative, like making candles or sculpting or something like that.
That's
But
true. You did make those really sick candles,
I
and
did.
I'm sad I don't have one because I think they're super awesome. And I would like put that thing with like the rest of my girly candles like around my
Uh-huh.
bathtub or something, and it'd just be
Yeah.
like a creative pain thing just sitting there. Like all the other ones have like flowers and stuff on it, and then just
Hmm.
like the cement creative pain
Yeah.
head.
It's like what is that over there in the corner of your bathroom? Oh, that thing?
It's a masterpiece. What does it look like? It's
Yeah. Seriously.
also, we are coming up on the end of the stream. I cannot believe this.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got maybe 5 minutes left before we have to
Okay.
say goodbye, which is like wild to me. Um, but time flies sometimes.
It does. It does. It does.
Reverb
See if I
Mike
know.
says he grows vegetables.
Nice.
Ernesto says I studied engineering. Graphic
Mm.
design is his hobby. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
David Amaral says that he also writes. He likes writing.
Nice.
Let's see. Chad Rolfs does triathlons. That is awesome.
Wow. That's
Celia,
cool.
welcome in. Umar just joined. Welcome in. Panda says, I would love a Cthulhu game or series where the person living through the strangeness of that mythos is just like, what? Like they're too dense to understand what's happening. Just like, why is that? They'd be the only person who's not horrified about Cthulhu. It's just like oblivious. I would want to be that person. That's who I
Yeah.
would choose to be.
It's a better world.
Yeah, definitely. Um, let's see. Ernesto says, no, that was super quick. Celia says, oh my god, it's almost over, I just joined. And then she says, no, Darth Vader. Yes. Thank you. I'm glad that there are so many Star Wars-minded folks in the chat today, because that makes me happy. That means that, like, while I'm telling all of these jokes and things, there's at least a few people who are getting them, instead of people just like, oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
right. There's another Star Wars reference. Okay. What? I'm gonna put my birthday as the date. I've been doing that a lot. Been slipping in subtly that it's almost my birthday.
There you go.
I think all the streams that I've done in the last couple weeks have been like, haha, maybe I'll put my birthday down because it's coming up.
Nice.
Okay, let's see. September 13, 2020. And then I'm just going to put that down at the bottom here, or underneath. I think I would put it, where would I put this? Right there, boom. And I'm going to make this white so that it pops out and people can see, oops, people can see. Actually, maybe I'm going to put it up here, and maybe I'm not going to make it that stark white, because sometimes things are excellent in theory and poor in practice. It's like a very real thing that I've had to, like, suffer through learning the hard way many, many times, where I'm just like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then I procrastinate, wait till the last minute to do that thing, and then it's not, like, it doesn't work, and then I'm like, oh, now I have to really, really make a new concept.
Yeah. Especially when it's timed, that's always when it just gets so heated.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I'm questioning whether or not to start over or not. It's like, you gotta do it now if you're gonna do it.
Those deadline crunch times where you think to yourself, I can't believe this is my job.
Yeah.
Who gave me this job? I also got a really good collection of band names here. So I've got the Sith Lords. I'm taking these from chat. I've got the Sith Lords.
Nice.
I've got Dreams of Alderaan. I've got Mario and the Koopas. I've got Jabba and the Hutts, because that's, yes. We put John Williams on there just because, you know, Star Wars music. And then we have Mando's Way, which I think that's awesome. I'm into that.
Nice.
Let me do also a stroke. I kind of recently did like a poster in this similar style recently.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I feel like I'm gravitating towards that a little too much for this, and I need to like tone it down and kind of go in like a slightly different direction with it, so that I'm not like being super repetitive. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna do that for now. I think it needs some more work, but we are pretty much out of time. So I know I'm gonna zoom out so that I can kind of show what I've got going so far for this poster, and then maybe you can zoom out so we can see what we're looking at. So just a quick recap here before we take off, folks, for anybody who does not know what we're doing today. Essentially, what is going on is Tyler and I are playing a game called Magic Hat. We're going to be returning for round 2 of this game. Tomorrow, we're going to be working with our same words and everything. What we've done is I've got this magic hat, which usually every time I've done this, it's just been a different Star Wars helmet. Like, you know, I did a Stormtrooper once, I did Kylo Ren once, and now I have the Shadow Trooper.
Nice.
And I have 5 words drawn from this magic hat, and he has 5 words drawn from this magic hat, and we basically are taking those words and letting them inspire just a kind of off-the-cuff random project. So my words have been dinosaur, werewolf, video games, binary sunset, and concert poster. His words were witches, mixtape, putt-putt, bottle caps, and lightsabers. And the rule is that of the 5 words we both have, we have to use at least 3 of them. So we can use all 5, at least 3. And that is what we've been doing. So I've got this poster going, and Tyler has got this just incredible little scene happening here that is killing me.
I don't even know what's going on.
I'm into it though, man. This is great. It's great. I don't want to get cut off though, so I'm gonna full
Yeah,
screen us, and I'm just gonna say goodbye, everyone. Please give Tyler a follow on social media. Sam Peterson just posted it all in the chat. And we will see
awesome.
you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time for episode 2. Thank you for joining me, Tyler. It's been a blast.
Thank you.
Adios, everyone. See you tomorrow.
See you guys.